how's the end of the saga treating you right now?
Man, I don't even know where to start. Like, there's so many ways to go about it. But so for one, who won the trade? What do you guys think? Who's the better team now? Who has better chances?
I think both teams kind of won on this one because the Nets got a lot of depth and they got shooting, obviously, with Seth Curry. And the one thing they were really missing was like a defensive presence. And to have Ben Simmons come in and be able to guard like the best guy on every other team, that's going to take so much weight off of Kevin Durant's shoulders. I mean, it's going to happen.
If you're healthy and we're in the playoffs, this team is definitely going to be pretty good. If Ben Simmons is back to what we know he could be, good defensive player, good rebounder, good, passer, good in transition, but like now he's going to have, play off ball more. He's not going to have any pressure. Kyrie, KD going to take all the offensive load, like this could be a good fit.
I mean, it's definitely a risk, obviously, but at this point, Harden wasn't happy. He's pretty much been sitting out anyways.
When like the obvious tampering like going on here was that James Harden was threatening to go to Philly in the offseason anyway. So Brooklyn kind of had no choice here. Like he was either going to leave and they were going to get nothing, or they had to take this package and just accept that Ben Simmons is a really good prospect. This is the best haul you could get.
The only way
James
they would have
Harden.
got him for nothing is if they would have unloaded Ben Simmons' contract for nothing and unloaded Tobias Harris' contract for nothing. They would have gutted the team, which like sure you can say that, yeah, I'm going to do that, but like if I'm the Nets, I might have like tried calling their bluff, me like, let's see you do it, because like they have
the contract would be too fat to sign Harden.
It's a $50 million contract.
Daryl Morey could do anything. Bro.
All right, well you have to unload Tobias to someone.
All right, Daryl Morey would have called up Sam Presti and said, take like my next like children and all my draft picks and Tobias Harris, and then we're good.
He's getting written into his will.
Yeah, whatever you'd have to do to get James Harden in. James Harden and him are linked forever eternity.
I mean, obviously
that's why
the Nets probably like got worried, like, because I don't think like Harden was like straight up I'm gone, but like they clearly were worried that it was a strong possibility that we're like just not taking the chance. Like,
I don't know, man. It seemed pretty obvious to be tampering, that him and Harden were in contact the whole time, and that it was just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna come there. So like, either get it done now. Or
you're saying
I'm
this
gone.
is Daryl Morey's master plan when he left
Years
the Rockets?
Quite possibly.
Like, hey,
quite possibly.
Like, we can't do much here. I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
With an all-time great center
and I'll bring you here.
It's like Ocean's 22 right here.
Yeah, straight up.
Ultimate heist movie right here.
Yeah,
is
just hijack the process from the Sixers. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, think about it. Like,
he has ties to Sam Hinkie, too, so, I mean, it's all there. It's all there.
Just kind of crazy. 8 years ago, like, when these guys were drafting Nerlens Noel and Okafor and Embiid and, like, Simmons, and they finally get a team, and, like, this is the process. Like, who would have thought it would have ended with Daryl Morey and James Harden? Like, it's kind of insane to think about it,
I mean, right now, Harden and Embiid are two of the best, like, free throw manipulators in the game, too. So this is just going to be a lot of free throw basketball.
It's going to be...
Sixers games are going to take 3 hours.
Yeah, Sixers games might be pushing the limits for what you can advertise. Yeah. They're going to be prime real estate.
I mean, so you think that, like, like this is what the Nets wanted? Do you think they wanted Ben Simmons?
What they wanted is Harden to like
I just think,
Brooklyn,
tell me a better package.
Work out.
I don't know that they would have got a better package.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If,
Ben Simmons fits in a perfect need that they have in terms of a defensive presence that can take the load off of Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant was having to do a lot last year, and
for sure
defensively.
Now without Jeff Green, it's going to be even more.
I'm just
so.
saying, like,
he's better than
like,
Jeff Green for that position.
It's a short-term risk, long-term returns, though.
And I mean,
they still got him for like 3 or 4 years.
No, he's under contract, so like, I mean,
long contract.
KD's just re-signed, so like he's going to be there for a while. He's obviously getting older and he's getting hurt, but like if you assume that he's going to be healthy in the playoffs and he's just load managing, he has the game to age gracefully. If Kyrie and Ben Simmons are along for the ride, like KD could like have a nice little Tom Brady run and late in his career right now. Like these are good guys. Like both these guys are young enough. Now the thing that is no one's really talking about is Kyrie's like could be a free agent after this year too. Like he has a player option. He's literally the exact same situation as James Harden. I guess he has. I mean, who knows what his trade value was? So I don't know if like it's just a weird thing, but. I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't look into that, but maybe Kyrie said.
Well, early in the year, it used to be Kyrie for Ben Simmons.
That was
the early
because
rumor.
no one expected that they would trade James Harden a year after giving up 8 first-round picks, Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. So that's what now it comes down to. Do you think would you rather have Ben Simmons or would you rather have Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, and 6 first-round picks or whatever?
Probably Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, honestly.
I mean, seeing what Jared Allen is... I mean, Jared Allen and Karis LeVert are literally
it would have been hard to predict that Jared Allen would become...
somehow they ended up both on the Cavs.
Yeah.
Time's a flat circle, honestly.
Dude. So what, you'd rather have Ben Simmons, do you think, then?
I think only because of the need that they have on that team, it's just that they need a defensive player. So it fits for me.
Yeah.
That's why I would do
In
it.
terms of perimeter, yeah, I guess you're right. Because that way KD could be a little bit more down low, get help blocks, help defense
Simmons
blocks
could literally
instead
guard
of
1 through 5. You know,
Yeah.
like Simmons
Yeah.
could guard
Yeah.
like so. Like this is the thing is like, are you putting Simmons on Embiid when they play each other?
No, I'm not doing that. I'll still
More-
put Drummond.
for like a basketball.
Drummond
I'll
and
have Simmons as a
Claxton.
help defender.
basketball
Simmons as
sense
like
or
a double.
a personal sense. Like, are you
Nah,
not trying to put Ben Simmons
yeah,
in that?
I'm
I-
not trying to get Ben
no.
Simmons cooked by Embiid.
Yeah, exactly.
By-
That's
by
how
him
you
running
really
the-
destroy
if I'm
a
Steve
guy's
Nash,
confidence.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, Claxton is like honestly probably the same size as like Ben Simmons. Like he's
Yeah.
not that much bigger.
No, he's not. Yeah, they're both pretty stocky. Well, no, Ben Simmons is pretty stocky, and
That's why
Claxton's
it's like
not.
you almost might say Ben Simmons is bigger. So that's why like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is like I don't know.
And
Like,
Ben Simmons is bigger. He weighs like 25 pounds more.
so
Yeah.
that's why like he might be the best bet. Now it's just a matter of, you know, Jedi mind trick level. Are you doing that?
No,
Like,
it's gonna be Drummond though. Legit.
No, it would be
realistically,
Drummond.
But
Just
You don't
for-
have to double.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
you
he's
just
getting
have to
heavy
double
minutes,
and beat
but
at this
he's
point. It
playing.
doesn't work,
He's
but you got to
playing.
try it.
Like he clearly was
it's
a part
very
of this trade.
situational. It was a situational thing, and I mean, I've been complaining about their depth all along. This is great for their depth. I mean, adding Drummond, adding Seth Curry, those
Yeah.
are great
Yeah, those
pieces.
are injections of offense and defense and rebounding. All three things that
all
they
players that
And
yeah,
the
you could
Sixers
use.
have kind of depth to where they could afford. I mean, Drummond's really not much to anything to where he's actually pretty valuable on this Nets team.
need.
Yeah,
And how many
Seth-
first round picks was it? Just one?
Two.
Two.
It was 2 first round picks. I mean, Seth Curry's obviously was pretty valuable on the Sixers, but I think they'd rather have, you know, James Harden. But like now, I mean, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Tobias. I don't really like, you know, Danny Green, but Thibault is still,
Danny Green and Thibault are gonna be running that three.
yeah, you know, like they have a pretty solid
They got
squad
bodies.
here, you know,
Yeah.
like, and then I mean the Nets, like we said, now they kind of
Shake's,
have at
Shake's
least 5,
getting
6
healthy
guys.
again in terms of depth.
He's pretty solid, yeah, as a backup.
So overall, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, but I feel like they all kind of worked
It's
out.
weird, like it's weird because the basketball situation. I think it worked out. I think the Sixers are really happy. I think the Nets like it from a basketball standpoint. I think they're
but the
still.
Nets would have liked to keep James
I
Harden
think-
Yeah,
happy.
they wouldn't have
you
made all
know?
the moves that they made if they were going to move him in the
so
next
now
year.
people are saying is he going to coexist with Embiid? But I feel like he's probably expecting to, right?
Oh, dude, the Harden and Embiid pick and roll, pick and pop
Yeah,
is gonna
it's
be
gonna be unguardable.
Mwah,
I
immaculate,
mean that's
dude.
what, but the basketball fit on both sides. Like Simmons being that, you know, being the
Puzzle
screener
piece, yeah.
more than being, you know, the handler in a pick and roll situation. Like I feel like he's gonna be in a better situation. And like James Harden and Joel Embiid, like I think are. I mean, it's gonna be a weird fit because they both kind of want the ball, but I think it could fit though. Like it'll be pretty
It'll
good,
fit, dude.
honestly.
It'll
Like
fit.
It'll be
Nobody
a
else
lot
can
of high
score on
low.
this
It'll
team.
be a lot of
Yeah.
high low.
Nobody else can score on this team. They gave up Seth Curry. They literally only have 2 scores. Everybody else is going to operate around them.
He's a solid
Tobias
for
can
third.
score.
he's-
and,
I'm
Ma-
sorry.
and then Tyrese.
Tobias
Apologies
honestly
to
is
Tobias
like a pretty
Harris.
good third
Tobias
guy.
and Maxey. Tobias and
And
Maxey
Maxey,
can both.
yeah, Maxey's turning
get
into a
shots.
guy like they have a pretty good squad.
So they have a very,
They
very
played it well by
solid
not trading
offense.
them. They played it well by not trading them.
That's right. I don't know. Like I get it from honestly all sides. It's just it's so weird because it's like everyone's happy but everyone's sad at the same time. Like it feels like there's a lot of negative energy surrounding
Well,
this
that's
trade.
because Doc Rivers shipped away his son-in-law.
that's
That's
really-
the negative
yeah,
energy.
that's the bad karma.
Yeah, that's the bad karma,
Oh my
man.
God.
That Thanksgiving dinner is gonna
They're
be.
not going to
low.
win now, but
Are they even
you
gonna
know,
go? I mean, are they gonna go to Thanksgiving dinner? Who
It's
knows?
bigger than basketball, bro.
honestly, dude.
No, I mean it had to happen. I still think they are gonna miss his shooting, but we can get James Harden. There's no way I'm gonna tell you that you don't do what Daryl Morey did for this trade. So I think it's a rare trade where both teams win.